A new month is upon us. It's November, and with a new month, there are always three things coming to ESO. First, a Crown Store showcase. Second, the survival guide for the month. And third, you might have had an inkling from the video title, the daily login rewards. I don't know if you have seen them already, but let's have a quick look at them because they are... I give you a brief second here, right? And I want you to think about this and let me know which of these things motivates you to log in every day. I give you a few seconds here. Yeah. Okay. Okay, now, what's your answer? Now, if I were to take away this here, would there still be an incentive for you to log in? The daily login rewards haven't been always this bad. We had a few good ones, especially last year when they were giving away free DLCs. There were pets, there were furniture, there was even a mount at some point, which is extreme rarity in ESO. For those of you who have played a lot, know that. But recently, especially, or at least for the last like 3 or 4 months, the login rewards have been looking bad. Now you might wonder, does Zenimax not care anymore? And yeah, I know, as a lot of you would say, yeah. But not in this instance, because in this instance, there is a reasoning for this, and that's the golden pursuits. The golden pursuits are essentially, for those uninitiated, a to-do list or a lot of different things that you can do, and once you meet a certain threshold, you get a reward. With this golden pursuit that we have active at this point in time, there was a milestone at 5 completed tasks, which was 15k, and at 15 we got a little pet. This is the one, and when you get 20 done, you get the amount, which is, like I said, pretty rare for ESO because most of the things are hidden behind, crates. Just for reference, this mount here, I know a lot of you are like, oh, that's way too shiny, but I like that kind of stuff. But this mount is only obtainable in crates or with 16,000 seals of endeavor. But that's another topic for another video. With these daily login rewards being so bad nowadays, I mean, really, frankly, who is logging in? Who is having an incentive to log in because of those? Maybe I am not the target group, but I mean, 100,000 gold, for some of you, that's probably not bad. For me personally, it's not really a big of a deal because I'm close to 41 million gold currently. So, like I said, maybe I'm not the target group for this. But I feel like recently, we've seen a lot of criticism, well, about the whole game, essentially. But when the new login rewards come in, people just scoff over it. And there's not really a point anymore to those, in my opinion, because we have the golden pursuits. So my appeal to Zenimax would be, and you can let me know if you agree to this, just make it so that a golden pursuit is active at all times. As it stands right now, the golden pursuits are active sometimes. Sometimes there is no golden pursuit, but the daily login rewards are basically every month, so they are there always, but the golden pursuits aren't. So my suggestion would be to just ditch the whole daily login rewards to begin with and put all of that in the golden pursuits. Now, you might think or say, well, why? Because, well, the daily login rewards, even if they suck, they are free stuff. The cynics among you would probably say, yeah, it's to keep people engaged, and that's to some degree true, but we get there in a sec. But what I would like to point out is, in the golden pursuits, you have the chance to do these things at your own pace. So if you like, for instance, I could have done this golden pursuit here, which I have 30 out of 20 already, in a single day. Now, other people who like to take their time or don't play as much as I do or you do or the next person, they can take their time with it because this was up for, I think in total it was 40 days. We are 16 days in already. So it gives the player the opportunity to play as much or as little as they want and still get the rewards. On top of that, you can make it so that a milestone does actually feel rewarding. Because if we have a look here, we had per day 4 tempering alloy, then the next day 4 rosin, then 4 dragwax. If you have a milestone for the golden pursuit, let's say at 5, you can reward the player with 8 dragwax at once. That feels way more rewarding than clicking every day on the daily login rewards. Now, let's get back to the cynicism about this. Now you might think, yeah, but that doesn't really align with Zenimax's idea to bind the player to the game for them to log in every day. And to that, I say, yes, I get your point, and I agree, because the metrics behind this, that's important for them, for any MMORPG developer, basically. But I would like to point out, and correct me if I'm wrong, who of you is incentivized to log in daily and be susceptible to this kind of FOMO? Really? Is someone, just a single person among you, logging in because of the daily login rewards? And yes, I know it's a bit black and white, because it's obviously not the only thing that is supposed to incentivize you to log in. But I feel like this incentive is so little that it doesn't really serve a purpose anymore. And what it does essentially right now is it just creates a negative report. A more negative report than Zenimax has already right now. So my suggestion would be, just cut this stuff down, because it is so convoluted nowadays. You have the golden pursuit, you have the daily login rewards, and you have the endeavors. That's like 3 things we can even discuss. That's not something I have been talking about this time, but we can even discuss if we should put the endeavors in the golden pursuits as well. Because I feel like it would free up the game from a lot of bloat, from a lot of things. I mean, you might think it's just 3 things, it's not a big a deal, but there's a lot of things in ESO that come together that are hammered upon new players that can overwhelm them really, really quick. And yes, MMORPGs have that as a characteristic inherently, basically. Name any MMORPG that, for someone who is not familiar with video games, is not overwhelmed. I get it. But you can still make it more accessible for new players, while also providing a smoother experience for people like us, or people like me, who play the game a lot, without having to worry about daily login reward, endeavors, golden pursuits. Just put it all in here. And now I'm curious what you have to say. What do you think? Do you think this is just a non-issue that I'm addressing here? And frankly, maybe it is, but I wanted to talk about this because I've seen the daily login rewards once again, and I was like, whatever, right? Whatever. And I'm not expecting a DLC every month, but I don't care. I don't care. Literally, I don't care. So let me know what you think. You think I have a point? If I don't, please let me know what else you would do with the login rewards. Are you fine with them, how they are right now? And yeah, if you enjoy these kind of videos, please give the video a thumbs up. And subscribe to the channel, you know, because we are very close to the 3,000 subscribers, you know? Yay. Hey. And with that, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have an awesome day. You take very good care of yourself. And I see you next time. Bye-bye.